ladies, as you can see, there's me and then there's Jordan today. Unfortunately, JT ain't with us today, but hopefully
he didn't have a maroon shirt.
He didn't have a maroon shirt.
He didn't have a maroon shirt.
Would you really consider that maroon?
I went to Killeen High School, so eventually it'll look like this. Hey,
what y'all say to the military base?
Hey, y'all ain't bring home no state championships. Y'all ain't getting no new shit.
With that being said,
they probably still got some old shit.
Oh Lord, let's hope not.
No, they got some.
They have to have some new
because we got new shit the year before I was a senior. So now they probably ain't got. No, it's been like 10 years. So yeah, they should have got some new shit by now. Yeah, because I graduated in 2014. So.
It's been a long time.
Yeah. I'm like, don't do that to yourself. Don't keep thinking.
I graduated in 2009. That's a long time.
Yep.
I feel old, man. Okay. All right. We're talking about Week 11 NFL. We're also gonna go for this past week. This past week on Week 10 because Week 10 was interesting, and we're gonna talk a little bit more in depth than what we usually talk to as well. Man, this last week was crazy. This week looks like it's about to probably trump last week because there's so many storylines going into this week, especially with all the injuries that's coming to like
injuries. Well, I think it's said last week with I don't know which one it was, but with the rookie playing starting last week, I think they said it's a record this year already for rookie quarterbacks playing.
Really?
I think so.
Well, but only one is Stroud, and his name is C.J. Stroud in Houston. But before we get to that, let's get to Week 10. Week 10, we saw a boring. Well, I ain't gonna say we saw. That was a boring.
I didn't see it.
Well, you got Amazon Prime. I don't know why your old crazy tail don't look at it on Thursday night, but. There was the Panthers, and then there was the Bears. The Bears won 16-13. That was a snooze fest. And then you have another snooze fest with Indianapolis being the Patriots. And I want to say it was in Germany.
I think so. Yeah.
10-6. And then you had one of the most electrifying games of the week last week with the Browns and the Ravens, which I was happy that the Browns beat the Ravens, which you won't ever hear me ever cheering on the Browns because that's one team I just cannot really cheer for. I was rooting for Baltimore to lose more so than the Browns to win. Now, what should have happened was both of them should have tied, and that would have been perfect. Just like I was hoping from this past Thursday night that the Ravens and the Bengals would tie again. Like, they just need to tie off. We need to beat and sweep. The Steelers need to sweep everybody in the division, and everybody else needs to just tie each other. That's how it should be. That way we can outright win the division. Period.
On some parallel Earth, that's happening.
Maybe Earth 99.
you gotta switch over.
But man, but then you had another thriller in the middle. You had the Texans beating the Bengals, which I was like, the Bengals lost. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. And then you got
Texans on a sneaky little come up, by the way. Nobody was really prepared for that.
Speaking of, you talk about C.J. Stroud, you're right. We're going to pause right there. Because C.J. Stroud's been playing really, really good. D'Amico Ryan looks to be a very promising head coach. He was a great NFL player, middle linebacker for the Houston Texans. He was a great defensive coordinator for the 49ers for several years. That's how he got this job now. That team, everybody talks about the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the weapons. You got Tank Dell, who's also a rookie. Nico Collins, I think he came from Texas like 2 or 3 years ago. And then you got the veteran, the Wiley veteran over there that came from LA. What's his name? I don't know. Receiver. He got injured in the Super Bowl run that LA had, and then LA traded him out. No, he didn't play for the Panthers. I'm gonna look him up because I gotta give him his credit because the man is simply phenomenal, and he is helping these young cats out, and they're doing a good job, and I gotta give him all credit where credit is due. Player stats, bam. Let's get the stats right. Receiving. Robert Woods, there you go.
Okay.
Robert Woods only caught one pass though, but it's all good. But also they got Dalton Schultz. They had Noah Brown, man, former Cowboy, good Cowboys. Noah Brown had 7 receptions, 172 yards with 0 touchdowns. But he balled out. Dalton Schultz, another Cowboy. John Mechie, he's returning from leukemia. His first year back from leukemia. He's going to get into his groove. And then let's talk about the running backs because let's be realistic because David Singletary, he was right to leave Chicago. He also balled out. He had 30 carries for 150 yards with a touchdown. He averaged 5 yards per carry. So every 2 rushes, it's a first down. I'm just saying, but that team is listen. I still hate that they beat the Steelers. Now, listen.
But they did their thing.
But they
did their thing.
Not only did they beat the Steelers, they whipped the Steelers. Whipped my Steelers. But they are doing so good. So good, so good. So, that's...
Matter of fact, did you go can you go to it, see what their upcoming schedule is like?
Let's go. Let's go. Let's see what the schedule. Man, yeah. Schedule.
So Cardinals, Jaguars, what they have next.
Miami about to get ready to pull an upset. Hurricanes. So, yep. They got the Cardinals, Jacksonville. That could be for the lead, the division lead. Broncos, Cleveland, and the Titans. They can win all these games.
Yeah. They are very much liable to win out if they...
That is so crazy. Crazy. And they got a bye week 14 to finish out the year. Week 14, 15? Let's see. It's 11, 12, 13, 14. I guess, or 15. And then they come back 16. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because it's it'll end up... Are they playing Thanksgiving or not? The Thanksgiving week kind of screws
up. Oh, they play the Jets.
Days.
There you go. They play the Jets. Week 14. Oh, so they definitely got a chance. Yes. They play Tennessee twice. Oh, yes.
They got a chance to win out.
They got a big chance to win out. Well,
they win out with that, but they're at 5-4 now?
Yeah, that's 5-4.
They're Texans. Chance of coming to the playoffs.
Win the division. First, you gotta win the division. That's people like to look to the playoffs. You gotta win the division. Hell, we thought Buffalo was gonna win the division. Well, at least some people did.
Talk about their problems later.
And then, speaking of which, so then you got 49ers beating up on the Jaguars, 34. The 3. Oof.
49ers with that bounce back that people were expecting, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah. Well, 3 weeks. I think they went on 3 games.
I think so.
Yeah. So then you had the Saints lose again to Joshua Dobbs and the
It's a good
Vikings.
Joshua Dobbs.
And then my Steelers looked some type of running game. We actually had over 100 yards rush between the 2 running backs. I'm so happy. 2 touchdowns on offense. Now, Kenny looking inaccurate. He might not be our long-term starter. He might not be our long-term solution at quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say this.
Brian, we talked about giving them kind of the benefit on being young, but, at the same time,
he is missing. He's missing wide open guys across the middle.
Oh,
like slants. He's missing guys. I'm not sure if he's hurt or what he's seeing, but he is missing guys across the middle. Matter of fact, this game, he didn't throw nothing up the middle. They did a throwing chart.
Yeah. A little scatter chart.
Yeah, none of them was in the middle. All of them was short, dump offs, or deep shots. Like, it was crazy as hell.
So you think his awareness and his field vision isn't what it needs?
Might not be. Or it's just accuracy. Yeah, but, hey, because I'm giving him.
I'd say it's accuracy if it's you threw it to him, but you missed him. If you were not even throwing it towards the middle, that's an awareness thing.
He has been missing them though. He have been missing guys across the middle. So I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt after they fired Metcalf.
Because you can't miss people on slants.
No, you can't, especially when they're wide open.
Such a basic thing.
Because there were several times, I'm not sure if it was this week or last week, that George Pickens would come across the middle, wide open, have a couple of steps on the guy, wide open, missing, throwing it behind. I'm like, come on, you can't. So, but we got the win, though. So that good thing is defense showed up. Thanks to Minka Fitzpatrick. I love him so much. Our defensive coordinator, Terrell Austin, had these guys that we have been getting torched man to man. And then these people, Green Bay is driving with a couple of seconds left. They call timeout. Niggas like, what the hell are we doing? Stack all safeties, all DBs, put all DBs on the line of scrimmage. Rush like 5 and have 2 middle linebackers in there. But all our DBs force them to throw it short in the end zone or throw it over the top. But all our DBs needs to be across on the end zone because they have to score a touchdown because they're down by 4. Mika call, that was a Mika Fitzpatrick call. I was like, because we don't need, nobody can beat D.
Yeah. If they have to score, there's no reason to stay.
Like, come on. Which ended in a pick at the end of the game. I'm like, good.
It should have.
Like, exactly.
That's exactly how it should have played out.
Exactly. In Tennessee, Will Levis got brought down to life by Tampa Bay, by Baker Mayfield. He couldn't be comeback player of the year. Baker Mayfield. They won 20-6. Listen, they say Arthur Smith should got fired for the way the Cardinals came back and won this game. Cardinals win beat Atlanta 25-23.
Field goal at the end.
Detroit looking good. They outlast the Chargers at the Cardinals with the Chargers 41-38. Now, Rushkoff needs to get fired too. The Chargers head coach. He's
love to lose a close game.
Love to lose a close game. And the Giants, this game, listen. Giants and Cowboys. And now you know how I feel about the Cowboys. But doggone,
nothing happened.
I'm talking about the game wasn't even close. just from the get-go. You talking about rookie quarterback started. Dane Jones out for the season.
Yep.
Tyrod Taylor out because they can't protect his ass. And now they down to a rookie quarterback, and they can't even block for the dog.
Even the announcers was like, "This isn't a great game for you to be your first game."
At all. Now, what would have been more amazing is Trayvon Diggs hadn't got hurt. I would love to see this defense with him play.
Yeah.
Man, if he hadn't got hurt, I can't stand the Cowboys.
And he just at home telling you to get Stephon out of the Bills.
Yes, because he do. Stephon Diggs need to go somewhere. You know, the first place I thought, Kansas City. They need a weapon. You want to know who would feature him? Pat Mahomes.
That's a very good fit for him.
Or go to Dallas. I mean, for real. Like, go to Dallas. Go to one of these. What? I won't mind seeing, as much as I don't want Kansas City to win no more. But man, him and Pat Mahomes make magic. I'm just saying.
Especially because Cooks went off this week for Dallas.
But yeah, but your quarterback, I don't care what last couple weeks he has been looking good. But you also got to look at the people he's been playing. I think Dak is over his yips from running. Because he's been running a lot lately, which is cool. I'm good to see it.
Because that was one of my biggest deals for him. I understand you got hurt. I understand they said they wanted you to pass more. I understand all that. But you also know that you can run. You know that there are some of these situations where you should have ran instead of staying in the pocket, taking this sack, waiting for something to develop. Like, it ain't always going to develop.
Right.
It's the fact of the matter, it's not always going to develop.
And now you're in panic mode and you end up throwing an interception or something crazy like that. Come on.
That or you try to throw it out, but something hit you. Or it hit your receiver in the hands, but it wasn't a perfectly thrown ball, so it popped up behind. And it was like, could have just scampered for 5 yards.
There you go.
I still don't like the fact that we'll be in like a 3rd and 3, and for some reason we're taking shots all the way down the field. I don't personally like that.
I think you need to, though.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's more often than not that I feel like we do it, and it's just like,
well, let's
and then you look at it and you don't even see an outlet.
Okay, but let's talk about who they got, though. Gallup is being inconsistent, but we know he can be a deep threat.
Yeah.
CD, they're moving him around, so he could be in a slot outside, whatever. And he's been playing lights out this year.
Mm-hmm.
Easily top 10 receiver this year.
Also a real big deep threat.
And he's like 6'2", 6'3" to go get the ball. I'm like, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Very few drops this year. Right? Brandon Cooks, deep threat.
He was brought in to be a deep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, I don't care what nobody say about these tight ends, these young tight ends that they got. They are capable.
Yeah. Ferguson and Shoemaker is very capable.
So, my only question about the Cowboys is later, what happens when they can't pass the ball? Because now you got rid of, you got rid of Zeke last year.
Mm-hmm.
Which
I was very much against. I said that last year. I was like, Pollard is not an every down back to me. But he gets sprung very often back when he was handling loads with Zeke because people calmed down when you went in. People were scared of Zeke. And linemen were scared of Zeke because Zeke will put his shoulder down, put it in you. You ain't got the size or the run mentality to do that same thing. You are I'm going to take off and run on you. That's just who you were. It's fine, but you can't always do that. You can't always run yourself into having a good game like that. Sometimes you got to hit somebody in their mouth, and you ain't got the size behind that.
We saw that they couldn't get into the end zone on short yardage. Vaughn, Pollard, whomever, all the rookie running back that they got back there could not do it. And once again, This past offseason, the running backs were trying to get paid.
Yep.
If you're gonna be in that meeting and you're gonna be one of those guys, make sure you show up.
Yep. Because it pains me as someone who really, really enjoyed playing O-line in high school. And I really did just enjoy it. To see my favorite team get down to like a first and goal at like the 3, and we can't hand that off 3 times, and we don't even have the confidence to hand it off 3 times. I was like, that's wild for me.
And I think that's what I like about Pittsburgh now, is because now I think Najee is finally finding his niche and starting to be more downhill. And honestly, Jaylen Warren probably is more of the feature back now than Najee, but they both play a significant, important role in our offense. Jaylen is going to catch, and he's going to run up the middle. Najee is going to bruise you. He's finally not, to me, he's not running scared. That's what I call it. Because he ain't trying to get on to the, now he's like, man, I'm 240. I'm 6'2", 240. I'm about to bruise you.
Yeah.
And then
you can't all run like Kamara.
Like,
you can't spin away from everything.
Like, yeah, exactly. You can't always hurt people. Like, so I'm happy to see that, and he's getting touches, because when Jaylen come out, now he's getting those. He's having those, breaking those yards, those runs up the middle, and some on the outside too. So so when he comes down in the goal line, we know, hey, we got this big mofo in the back that's gonna get it. Let's load up. Let's bring in the extra offensive lineman. We're gonna bow up and we're gonna punch somebody in the mouth.
Because I don't want your run stoppers to feel comfortable at all. I don't want them to feel comfortable if I got a back there.
Right.
Like, unless they go empty, I don't want you to feel comfortable.
So I mean, that's, to me, Cowboys missing that. That's what they need.
And Dowdle kind of sparked it a little bit last week. Like, he was like, I can maybe do that, but you so young and inexperienced at this point that I can't 100% say that could be your skill set.
Right.
You saw it a little bit, but at the same time, when we started seeing it, we had already beat up on the job. So it was like.
And with that being said, let's head to another division rival. You had the Commanders lose to freaking Geno Smith in the Seattle Seahawks. That game went 29-26. Sam Howell is the guy. I'm going to say that right now. I like Sam.
He gets so much yardage.
For them to lose. And matter of fact, you know how I feel about the head coach. He about to get fired. But regardless if they make it to the playoffs, which I doubt it, or how good they do, Ron Rivera's getting fired. Because I think Pat McAfee brought this up, or somebody on his show brought this up, that Josh, the new owner, he don't refer to them. He just refer to them as Washington. He don't say the Commanders, no. He don't say the Washington. He don't say nothing. So it's important that they pointed that out, and he don't wear nothing with their logo on the current team. So that means they're going to rebrand it. They're going to change the logo and the name. So, and they're probably going to they ship out every big move, big piece that they could during the trade deadline. So they got rid of Mo Sweats. They got rid of Chase Young, which people are like, oh, they got rid of Chase Young. The man haven't played the full season since he been in the league. So I don't even care. I don't blame you. You got what you can. This year's draft's supposed to be deep.
Well, and I think that's part of it. It wasn't the initial shock of it wasn't just the it's Chase Young. It was not only is it Chase Young, it's that we don't see who's coming up next.
Right.
And that's the thing where it's like, are y'all setting up for next year? because you never want to say that in the
Right.
season that they were like, oh well, y'all are what's it called? You're tanking. Like no one wants to be like, oh y'all are tanking, and even if you bring it up to them, they're like, no, we're not. They're like, oh well, you cleaned house though, and it's like, well, we still want to win these games,
Yeah, exactly.
but we want to get rid of and clear out some space or whatever because we're looking to actually rebuild.
Exactly.
Which I think they do need to do.
And they have a really good quarterback to do so. And he got a go-to. He got Jahan Dotson is very good, but you also got Scary Terry McLaurin.
Yeah,
right there for this guy. The offensive line,
sure that up.
Yeah, they got sure
because he do take a lot of sacks,
yeah.
and a lot of them aren't his fault. It's like there's no outlet for him to step up or to the side or anything like that. Your pocket just collapsed, and then it's like he gets sacked a lot, and he's still. I think something said that he had almost the most yards this year.
He probably do.
I think he might have the most yards.
But yeah, no, but it's good.
Just straight up, yeah.
And also they got Brian Robinson, who is a good running back. So the Seahawks, they Geno's team. I mean, they got Tyler Lockett, they got DK, they got the freak DK Metcalf. That defense is actually looking solid. I mean, but let's see. But then, this next game, you got the Jason Raiders. The Raiders won
12-16. That's just an
16-12.
odd score to say.
And that was Sunday Night Football. And then this is the game. Here you go, the game, boy. The Bills versus the Broncos.
Upset by the Broncos.
The Broncos upset defense. How do you not? First of all, let's talk about Josh Allen. Well, no, it's not even. Let's talk about the loss because they missed the field goal initially, but you got 12 men on the field.
Right, embarrassing.
12. You supposed to have
the whole play-by-play because time's going down. They have no timeouts left. Broncos got the ball. No timeouts left. They're in field goal range. They choose to do a little run so that they can hurry their field goal team on, kick this field goal. They hurry the field goal unit on. The Bills hurry their field goal stop or whatever. Hurry on. Field goal goes up. 4 seconds left or something like that. Field goal goes up. He misses. Everybody's like, man, we thought they was going to come back. Then you notice there's a flag. And then everybody's like, who's it on? Get your little referee huddle. Comes back. 12 men on the field on the defense. We got to kick it again. At a shorter distance, we got to kick it again. Because that wasn't like a 5-yard penalty or something like that. Yeah. So instead of the 40-yarder you were going to do, it's a 35. And then it's just like, all right, try them back home. They not rushed. You're not tired. It's not like you ain't got no timeouts to ice them or nothing.
At all.
And I'm sitting here like, at this point, if that man misses this kick, he cannot go over. Like if he missed that field goal, he does not get to go back to his place of residence. He has to stay here. Like I don't know where he gets to go. Were they at home for that game?
I think Buffalo was at home. Let me make sure. I'm pretty sure the Buffalo was at home. Buffalo was at I'm pretty sure Buffalo. Yeah, that was at them. That was at Buffalo. What they really? Where were they located?
Broncos at Buffalo.
Yeah.
So they were in
New York.
In New York.
Okay.
He would have had to stay there that night because they would have showed him at his place.
I can't see. Where do you see that at?
I saw him on the side. Up here where it says replays. Down a little bit. It says Denver Broncos at Buffalo. Bills full game.
Oh, okay. Cool. I'm blind.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But either way, and then second chance, It's it straight up and down the middle. So it's like, y'all won that game and you shot yourself in the foot.
So, and let's talk about the big elephant. Rico knows, one of our favorite people. He talked about this. I think he talked about this offseason. Josh Allen may not be as good as we thought.
He's been very sometimes. We were texting about this, and I was like, the way we talk about Gino, it might be about time to start talking about Josh the same way.
Let's be realistic. Trevon Diggs talked about it this past week. When he put the text message out, get number 14 out of Buffalo. Yep, and not only that, he said, remember who they was without you, before you. Something like that. I think it says something. We remember how Josh Allen was before he got there. He was boo-boo. What they good at all. There's no way in hell this man should have, like, only, 4 targets this game. It was bad.
And I feel like a lot of people will come through, and I've seen some people be like, Stephon got locked up this week or some other week or some blah, blah, blah. And they're like, he isn't as good as, like, what people think they are. And I'm like, okay, I'll point to something you mentioned earlier. Noah Brown did not do very much on the Cowboys. He was like the fourth man up. And when he was in, he did okay. Right. He was not the main target or anything like that. But if he had been the main target over there in Dallas and he was dropping everything, that would have been a different story. But that's not what he was.
Because CD was getting the heat because he was dropping a lot.
He got a lot of heat because he was dropping. Stephon's not getting no heat like a bad receiver. So I'm not going to sit here and say that I've watched every single Buffalo game to like sit here and spy on how Diggs has been playing. Right. But I can tell that he's not getting heat in the way that a top receiver gets heat when you're just playing bad.
Right. So he getting heat because he's frustrated because Josh Allen is fumbling the ball, throwing interceptions, and he's not getting. And he knows that he's a difference maker. He knows he is.
And it'll be like some of them games you watch, and you'd be like, all right, well, that was a bad throw, but they threw it 3 times to that same guy, and it's like, it looks like they want to get him started early. I don't see that. Like, it don't look like you're trying to get him fully involved. It don't look like you're just the same quarterback that we were raving about last year.
No.
You're just not.
No. Not. Matter of fact, if we're being realistic, let's go back, because I want to look at Josh Allen, because I like Josh Allen, but maybe we got too hype on Josh Allen too soon. And I think a few people were actually admitting. And I'm not one, I mean, I thought he was doing good. I thought he was, look. Fumble, Josh Allen, fumble. Interception, Josh Allen. An interception, Josh Allen. Turnover downs.
47-second turnover downs.
Oh, Josh Allen, fumble. There you go. Yeah. That's 3 fumbles. That's how much. That's 3 fumbles by Josh Allen in the interception.
2 interceptions.
Twins. There you go. Yeah. I mean, but if you want to, you say, I don't mean to pick on the guy because it is, but.
And the reason that I don't even see it as picking on him is like we saw your heights. We saw your highs. So it's like, if you get back to your highs, I don't think this is the conversation anymore.
Oh. But at the same time, this is not the right Josh Allen.
Very interesting drive out.
That's the linebacker, Josh. I clicked on
The
Josh.
Jaguars.
Yeah, that's the linebacker. I clicked on Josh Allen, the Bills, but why did they bring up
I don't know.
that Josh Allen? I'm like, nah, this is Josh Allen you want. Like, no, I want the running back. I mean, the quarterback. Yeah, they did that. That's not Josh Allen. I guess they don't want me looking at his stats. They're like, nah. Too many people in Googling his stats.
They're like, y'all been doing too much. They're like, leave Josh Allen alone.
Man. But yeah, he done regressed in the worst way.
Yeah.
So hopefully he can. We're gonna find out who they got this week. So hopefully he can get back on there.
Especially because as a Cowboys fan, they gonna talk shit about our team when we win. So you damn sure can't be sometime in losing games you should have won and not expect people to come at you about it. So,
with that being said, so this week we saw Cincinnati. We saw Cincinnati lose to Baltimore. And though it looked like a blowout, the game was actually pretty close up until Joe Burrow
went down.
He tore ligaments in his throwing hand, wrist, something like that. Apparently, the NFL is investigating the Bengals because of that too. Because they said he won. Apparently, I think he
wasn't evaluated enough from the jump.
Well, yeah, like he wasn't on the injury report and something like that, dealing with that. So yeah, they're on the investigation.
Yeah. See how early it was where he was feeling discomfort because I mean
they got to report all injuries.
Mm-hmm. Clearly, because they haven't thrown him on the sideline after he went down, and then he was wincing and in pain and whatnot right there while he was just trying to get the ball from here to here.
Right.
Like, so they were like, he definitely not going back in. And after that, it was about one drive, back up saying, "Nah, I'm here." And then it was like, well, but that was all you had though. So you didn't have much juice.
And now he's out for the season. Lamar Jackson also got banged up. Mark Andrews out for the season. I think Mark Andrews, but he got hurt. I'm not sure if he's out for the season. He probably is out for the season. I think it's an ankle injury. Man, so he got hurt as well. That game was injury filled, but somebody had to win. Somebody had to win.
Yeah.
I wish it had ended in time. Man, well, here we go. We got the first. So start off this upcoming Sunday. You got Cowboys. You got the Panthers.
Taking Cowboys.
I mean, the easy choice would be the Cowboys. Let's hope they have a mental lapse like they had against the Giants. I mean, the Jets.
They gotta have a big one because Panthers got a bunch of injuries also.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like 3 or 4 starters injured this week.
Well, it ain't like they could protect Bryce Young anyway, so I don't know.
I just thought that they had a bunch of injuries. Bryce might be one of them for all I know. I didn't check.
I feel so sorry for him because he's such a good talent. But it's hard to evaluate young quarterbacks when
you ain't got time.
You ain't got time. You ain't got really nobody. And I don't know what the hell Tepper, the owner, is doing. First of all, what's his name? Rich, the head coach. Whatever his name is.
Yeah, because it's not gonna come to me.
Yeah, but he got fired mid-season from the Colts last year, and then they go and hire this guy. Why? I get it. He's supposed to be an offensive mind, but did you not see the Colts team last year? That offense was boo-boo.
It was like, I don't.
And you're gonna hire this guy. again. Like, no. And now he might get fired again after 1 year.
I don't know. I couldn't.
He's almost like, and all these head coaches, all these coaching jobs are guaranteed money.
Yep.
So you hire a guy for like $7 million for the next 4 years, and you fire him after one season. That's guaranteed money. They sitting at home chilling.
Yep.
At the dang on golf course.
The shuffle for like quarterbacks, not quarterbacks, for like coaches is so weird for me. But like, I understand that you're like, hey, you want something to test and improvement, but when nothing's going right for you, you might need to look other places.
Like I'm like, listen, I'm all aboard on giving coaches like 3 to 4 years. 3 to 4 years. I think it takes about 2 to 3 years to see results, especially if they're inheriting a bad team.
Yeah. It's like, I'm coming into a bad situation. You can't fault me for it being bad when I first get here.
Exactly. It's gonna take time to build it. It takes time to build the culture, to change your culture, to establish your culture, to get guys in that fits your system and how you want to play. But why would you hire a guy who just did absolutely terrible?
Because it's like, what did you see?
Like his time with the Indianapolis, that's why his first year with Indianapolis, his time with Indianapolis has not been good. They weren't good.
Like you're saying, what did you see that made you feel like that was the addition that you did? Because when you do it all the time with players, you're like, hey, well, they were looking for a speed guy. They needed a run stopper. They needed a good corner. They needed a ball hawk. What did you see in that coach that made you go, that's what we need?
I don't know. But he's probably going to get fired at the end of the season. Don't be surprised. I'll be more surprised if they keep his ass after this season. That would be the surprise.
They're going to come through and be like, hey, we're going to keep you, but we're going to demote you.
And what apparently, according to the Pat McAfee show, they meet him and the owner meet on a week-to-week basis.
No, maybe they're just friends.
No. Tampa want to spend money and win. Because they haven't had a winning coach there since the last time they went to the doggone Super Bowl.
Right.
With Cam Newton. Anyway, they lost that game. I'm going to go ahead and say, I'll be surprised if they win that game. There'll be more shame on Dallas to lose that game against the Panthers. And then you got the Steelers and the Browns. Of course, you know I'm going to pick the Steelers. Though the Browns defense is really good, they're going to be starting a rookie quarterback. Deshaun Watson got hurt.
He did.
And he's out for the season. He's among that list of Aaron Rodgers, Kirk Cousins, now Joe Burrow, Ryan Tannehill. Well, he was hurt, but not him. But yeah, Deshaun Watson has a list of quarterbacks that are out for the season. Starting quarterbacks. So he among that list now.
Yeah, I'm going to get after the Steelers.
And, you know, the Steelers, they vulnerable defense-wise. Patrick Peterson ain't that guy when it comes to, like, he ain't I'm saying that guy. He ain't as fast as he once was. So he can't play up on you because, you know, nowadays these receivers. Yeah. Oh, young Pat P, again, your grill. And he'll walk you right down the whole field. Yep. He can't do that. He ain't got the older now. So, and then listen.
Don't dare bite in that double move. That man gone. Don't even look back and walk to the sideline. That man's gone.
Oh man. So and then like Joe Porter Jr. He's coming into his own. He's rookie. But we also hurt both of our we down both our starting safeties. Mika is out. Mika Fitzpatrick is out. Neil out. We also down our starting two linebackers, middle linebackers. So, yeah, both of them. Cole Holcomb, season ending injury. Is it not Elandon Roberts, but Quan Alexander, season ending injury.
Out your D line.
Oh, Keanu Benton is getting pressure up the middle. We got Cam Hayward back. And I forgot the other guy on the other side. Oh, Larry Ogunjobi. I like him. Okay. They got a nice rotation. Then, of course, you know,
I'm a big fan of just trying to get in a backup or a rookie space. My quarterbacks, I feel like I'll let you hang yourself off just the pressure. So I'll keep Steelers, even though how many people y'all got down this week.
Man, but you still got, you got TJ and Highsmith on the edge, so.
Yeah,
but also, I'm going to be weird, because Myles Garrett putting together one hell of a season. I know a couple of weeks ago, I was thinking about, it wasn't close. Myles Garrett looking good. Look,
you might have shortened that gap.
Look, Myles Garrett is definitely shortening that gap. Man, listen, Myles Garrett, I always been a fan of Myles Garrett. I just hate that he plays for Cleveland. He just plays for Cleveland. And that's one team I just can't cheer for.
So it used to be a triple jump away. It might just be a high jump down. It might be a long jump down. It might be. So, get your good running start, you might make it all the way over there.
And that man alone is a game record, man. So, say what you want to say. And then, Grant Delpit is still back there. You got Ward on the outside, as well as you got Newsom. Man, so that defense is really good. With that being said, so we both on the Steelers.
Yeah. We are low scoring the Steelers.
Yeah. Hopefully it's not low scoring. Hopefully the Steelers come out hang up and put 30 on them. Yeah. I'll be happy. Long as Cleveland got 31 or more.
I think you have a better chance of putting up 30 than Cleveland does.
I don't know. Not if we get gashed in the run game. So, I mean.
Damn, this rookie come out and do it now.
Well, let's hope that don't happen. Yeah. Well, we got Chicago at Detroit.
Bears. Not Bears. Lions.
I'm definitely wrong with the Lions. Listen.
Said Bears because I saw these and then I started thinking of that freaking Cleveland show episode where they were betting on college games. They kept going to Cleveland Jr. and what he would do and decide which mascot would win in a fight. I don't know why that popped in my head. I think a bear would probably kick a lion's ass in a fight. Depending on which bear. I'm like, but nah, we all lions.
Yeah. No second guessing about this. Yeah. Justice Fields actually gonna start because they said, you know what, before we release you. After this year showing, we're gonna give you a showing. So we could, if we don't release you, we definitely don't trade you this offseason. So we got Chargers in Green Bay. Don't go Chargers. Don't trust Green Bay. Don't trust Green Bay. Chargers.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I trust Chargers more than Green Bay, but I can't say I trust the Chargers.
I don't trust the Chargers. Yeah, you're right. Fair enough. I don't trust them. I just think they're probably going to win this.
I think y'all will squeak this one out. This is either going to be a really bad game or a really good game because you're both bad teams.
Fair enough. All right, we got Arizona versus the Texans. Hurston and them, they are in NRG Stadium too. So, yep, I'm going with Texas. Unless Kyler returned to Texas.
Did he get hurt last game? He was winning.
I'm saying, unless he returned to Texas with pure dominance. Because he came back, he won that game.
Yeah.
College.
Beat the Falcons, who've been pretty good. So
we'll see. I don't know.
I think they have a chance, but I think right now, I think Texans have a better.
All right, we got Jacksonville versus the Titans.
Jacksonville bounce back. They need to.
I'm going to go with Titans. Go Titans.
I don't think Will Levis is going to come back to 2 weeks ago. Will Levis. So,
I'm gonna believe and hope that the Titans can establish the run game. And then I know Will Levis got an arm, and though he's a rookie, he can't be no worse than what Ryan Tannehill has been his whole career. So if you got a run game with Derrick Henry,
fair enough,
and you can utilize the play action fake and the guys that they got, because they still got D-Hop. So he may not be as fast as he used to be, but he's still
D-Hop.
No. To me, he reminds me so much of Larry Fitzgerald towards the end of his career. Larry didn't have no speed, but he still could catch.
Yeah.
So
it's about placement and understanding where to put me in between you and the ball.
So you got the Raiders and the Dolphins. Definitely go with the Dolphins.
You don't want to choose the Raiders?
Yeah.
I wouldn't either.
No.
And I'm not.
Heck no. So, and then you got Washington versus the Giants.
Like we're not calling ties.
Nah.
I would never honestly call it tie.
I would.
It'd be so surprising. Like ties are so surprising. I don't think anyone's ever.
Is it really surprising?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah, pretty surprising.
I don't know, man.
It's a game pretty much made to not tie. So.
Ooh. Well, I'm going to go with Washington.
Yeah, I was sitting here going, I was like, I want the Giants because that way it just bring you both down. But there's nothing in these last couple of weeks that says the Giants is going to beat Commanders.
You know what?
The only thing that gives them that is the fact that it's a divisional game. In divisional games, shit happens.
Right.
It just does.
It does. With that also being said, they might be getting rid of Daniel Jones after the end of this year. They might be getting rid of Daniel Jones after the end of this year. Yep.
Is very possible.
That is a terrible. Well, the way they structured, apparently, I forgot who was saying, I listened to somebody on TV. The way they structured his contract, they're able to get rid of him after this year, if need be. But you want to know who's been somewhat healthy this year? Even though he ain't got no doggone offensive line? Saquon. Surprising.
Now, the thing is, he also ain't went off.
He hasn't. But that ain't his fault because the offensive line and his quarterback, he don't have no quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the passing game is somewhat decent.
Because what I say, every time both times when they played us, I was like, we bottle up Saquon, we win.
Simple as that.
And it's like that was the whole team. You bottle up Saquon, they're not doing that. And I think so far, that's what they've done all year. People bottle up Saquon.
I think this year you're going to see a lot of quarterbacks taken within the first 2 rounds.
I mean, with how many injuries has happened and how many times people have had to put their rookies in and whatnot, it's like, yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
49ers and Buccaneers.
I'm going to go Bucks.
Ah, damn it, I hope you were going to go 49ers. I was going to go Bucks. I was going to go Bucks. I was like, I'm going to go Bucks.
I don't think I picked a team so far who had the worst record. And I was like, I think the 49ers, I think they've somewhat been exposed on what works against them. So I think they're they're in a period of where they might be sometime, just because it's like understanding what you're going against.
I refute that. Because you want to know who's been out? No way, I'm switching my pick. I'm going to go 49ers. You want to know who's been out the last 3 weeks during the losses?
Christian.
No, F Christian. Christian don't make the... No offense, nothing against Christian McCaffrey. I love Christian McCaffrey. But he ain't the wheels on the bus. The wheels on the bus is Trent Williams. He was out, and the bus stopped. They can run the ball, they can pass with it. Now that Trent is back, they rolled over Jacksonville. I think they roll over. I think they beat the Buccaneers. I think it's going to be a closer game than people think, but I think it's going to be within 2 touchdowns. I'm going to say that. That's all I think. But I do think the 49ers win because Trent Richardson is back. He's healthy. I said Trent Richardson. Trent Williams is back and healthy. And he is the guy.
I can respect that.
And then we have the Jets and the Bills. I'm going to go Jets. You know what? No. Garrett Wilson is questionable. Is that? I'm going to go Jets. I'm still Jets. Jets.
Did you forget the teeth over his phone?
Yeah, I did. I hope nobody listened. Oh, no, messed it up.
I didn't notice until you kept going. I was like, what up?
Jets. I said, I missed the T. I just kept on rolling. I'm on roll. It's apparently right.
The first one was just a chant for your wife. I'm going Bill.
Okay.
I think they'll squeak that out with their son, Tommy Josh.
And you got Seattle and the Rams.
I didn't realize the Rams were that downhill. Don't take the Hawks. Seahawks.
Are you really?
Damn.
Okay. I'm going Rams. Because though they sometimes, they do look good in moments. This could be one of those moments where they actually really look good. You got Vikings and Broncos for the Sunday night football game.
Let's go Broncos. In Denver. I like it.
I don't look. Joshua Dobbs, I'm riding with him. With the possibility of getting JJ back. And since Joshua Dobbs been the quarterback, you want to know who's been flourishing? TJ Hawkinson, the tight end.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Let's
gotta appreciate when someone understands where their safety matters at.
Let's go. And then this could be a Super Bowl preview. It was a Super Bowl preview of last year. If it wasn't for a fumble, no, was it a fumble? It was a fumble. Or a misstep, or whatever it was, one or two.
Yeah.
They win this game. The Eagles versus Kansas City Monday Night Football. They are in Arrowhead. Tay Swift might be in the house. T. Swizzle might be in the house. So
if that matters to you.
If that matters, exactly.
If that matters to you. You know, just giving you the facts.
T. Swizzle could be in the house.
Now, the facts was a maybe, but it was a factual maybe.
So, who do you choose?
I'm choosing Chiefs either way.
I'm going with the Eagles. I go with the Eagles. I think A.J. Brown had a good game. Really, really good game. Well, any other thoughts? Who you like? With that being said, to end this thing, Uh, who has impressed you thus far this season?
Uh,
It could be a team, it could be a player, it could be a coach.
I think the main thing is I was not expecting stuff to be as close as it is at this point. There's a lot more teams that I were expecting to be lower tier in those 3 and 6s more than just the Chargers. I think off the list that we went through, I think the Chargers were the only ones who were 3 and 6, and then there was a 1 and 8 and a 2 and something. I think those ones. It being the NFL, I never expected it to be that bad for you. Like it is, you're still an NFL team, but it felt odd. But it was like,
There are
a couple of other 3 and 6s.
4, 3 and 6 teams: Green Bay, Rams, Tennessee, Chicago.
Cause I thought I was going to be surprised by the Commanders this year, and I thought I was going to be a little bit more surprised by the Giants because they did a lot of movement, and then that kind of didn't happen. So it was kind of like, all right, well, I feel like a lot of other stuff shaped out how we were talking about before the season started.
So the fact that all games are very close. How close the games are? Okay. I'm gonna say the Kansas City. Kansas City is, to me, has stood out the most because their defense a couple of years ago was very young, and they won despite having a young defense, especially in secondary.
And they kind of refuted all the Tyreek stuff.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, Patrick only throws to Tyreek. He just puts it in the air, and Tyreek finds it. Like, all right, well, no Tyreek, and they still sub me too.
Well, it's more so that the defense has been playing so good because the offense has really been struggling. Like last week, Pat Mahomes threw for under 200 yards. Mm-hmm. And they still won. Last time I checked, they still won.
Yep.
So if your best player can have terrible games and your young defense can step up and win you that game, man, I think once the offense really gets to rolling, I think that it's gonna be they're a dangerous team. The fact that their young defense is playing crazy right now is scary to me. The fact that their offense ain't even up to par, and Pat Mahomes don't even have outside Travis Kelce. He don't have a receiver. He don't really have a receiver. He don't. He didn't really have a receiver last year, but he had guys that were capable. He had Juju, and he had what's the other guy that came from Green Bay? That's a deep threat. But yeah, they had Tony, and he ain't doing crap.
He had a receiving room that rose to the occasion.
Yeah, but this receiving core, they haven't rose to the occasion.
Yeah, because there's a lot of stuff where it was like, y'all aren't, there's like a miscue. Or an understanding where like, hey, when he's out of the pocket, you gotta keep moving. You can't just sit in your little zone anymore because everything's changing. You gotta move. You gotta be able to come back to him or do something. Give him the look.
Right, give him the look. Yeah. But man, so I think the fact that Kansas City is winning in spite of how bad their offense is looking, and when I say their offense is looking bad, because we're so used to seeing
in comparison to old Kansas.
I say we so used to seeing them put up big numbers on offense since Pat Mahomes has taken over. you know, this year has been down by a lot. So, but that's the team. That's what's been standing out to me. And they're 7-2. They're the number one team in the league. So, yeah, they got a big test this Monday night.
Yeah, because that's you for how you were talking about their defense. You've seen people get to the point where they're capable of keeping the Eagles close.
Right.
So that's essentially what your defense is supposed to do. It's like you keep it close, you keep them down, keep them out of the end zone. Other than like locking down the big plays and make sure you're not getting into third and short, that's the most you can ask for.
Because the quarterback sneak is it's a real thing in Philadelphia. And they don't just get 1 yard; they usually get like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So
and it's like they don't risk it as much on the 3rd and 3s and things because it's just literally if you fall down too early, you don't get it. But it's a viable option.
Right.
In that 1 to 3 yard range. It's a viable option.
But with that being said, hey, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Until next time, peace. If I